A very good morning to all of you. I once again welcome you all to this online video lecture. As we know that from the last some video lectures we are discussing an important chapter from the syllabus that is called as the chemistry of hydrocarbons, and in that we are studying the chapter alkenes. Now in the last video lecture we already completed an important point called as the methods of preparation of these alkenes, how these alkenes can be formed by the different methods that already we completed in the last video lecture. Now today we are going to take the next point from the these alkenes, and that important point is called as the reactions of alkenes. Reactions of alkenes, or we may call it as a chemical properties of the alkenes. What type of reactions can be given by these alkenes, or how these alkenes interact with the different type of the reagents, and that's how we may call it as a chemical properties of the alkenes. Now basically what is alkenes? So alkenes is nothing but the compound containing the carbon-carbon double bond. The compound which consists of the carbon-carbon double bond, then that hydrocarbons are called as the alkenes. So whenever we consider these alkenes, it consists of the carbon-carbon double bond. So we can say that the functional group for these alkenes is a carbon-carbon double bond. Now in this carbon-carbon double bond, one bond is called as a sigma and second bond is called as the pi bond. One pi bond is there, one sigma bond is there. We know that as compared to this sigma bond, this pi bond is called as the weaker bond, or it is called as the weak bond. So what happens whenever we can say that the chemical properties of these alkenes. So what does it mean? So whenever we interact, or when this alkene compound can be interact with the any type of the other reagents or other type of the molecules, what happens? Actually this carbon-carbon double bond takes part in a particular reaction, and that's how we can say that this is a functional group. So whenever these alkenes interact with the another molecule or another reagent, so what happens? Actually this pi bond takes the important part in a particular reaction. So what happens? This pi bond is very important as far as the chemical properties of the alkenes are concerned. So we can say that the reactions given by alkenes is nothing but the reactions given by this particular carbon-carbon double bond, or the reaction given by this pi bond, or it may be by the this sigma bond. So we can say that actually this carbon-carbon double bond involves in a each and every reaction of the particular alkenes. So on the basis of this, two type of the reactions can be shown by these alkenes. Two type of the different reactions can be shown by these alkenes. The first reaction is called as the addition type of reactions. The first reaction is called as the addition type of reactions, and the second reaction is called as the cleavage reactions. Now what is my addition and what is my cleavage? So the name itself indicates that whenever we consider the addition type of reactions, then what happens? Initially carbon-carbon double bond is present in alkene. For example, if we add some reagents to this alkene molecule, so what happens? Suppose we add here XY molecule, so what happens? This carbon-carbon double bond get break, and this type of compound formation can be takes place. Carbon single bond carbon, this is a X suppose, and this is a Y. So we can say that this carbon-carbon double bond get converted into carbon-carbon single bond. So this is the addition type of reactions. So these type of reactions can be given by the particular alkenes. So this is a first type of reaction. Now the second type of reaction is called as a cleavage reactions. Now what is cleavage reactions? For example, this is your compound carbon-carbon double bond. Now if this reaction undergo cleavage reaction, then what happens? Suppose this is a carbon double bond carbon. This carbon double bond carbon is there. If it undergo cleavage type of reactions, then what happens? This carbon-carbon double bond get break, and it can form the two different type of the molecules. Suppose I write here these two type of the molecules. So this carbon-carbon double bond get break, and two molecules formation can be takes place. So such a type of reaction is called as the cleavage reactions. So we can say that these two type of the reactions can be commonly shown by the alkenes. One is the addition reaction, second is called as the cleavage type of reaction. Now further to this, we have to study in a detail what are the different type of addition reactions and what are the different type of the cleavage reactions. So first of all, we are going to study what are the different type of addition reactions shown by this particular alkenes. So for this purpose, we take some specific reactions under the heading addition, which are shown by the particular alkenes. So there are a number of addition reactions are there which are shown by the particular alkenes. So first type important addition reactions given by these alkenes is called as the addition of H2. The first type of addition reaction is a addition of H2, and that reaction is called as the reduction reaction. That reaction is called as the reduction reaction. Now, no doubt, this first type of reaction shown by the alkenes is called as the addition reaction. In that, we are going to study first reaction, addition of H2. That reaction is called as the reduction type of reaction. So, to understand this reaction, I take a simple example. I can take here CH2 double bond CH2 plus we have to add molecular hydrogen. For this purpose, we have to take some suitable reagent. So first of all, you have to take the suitable alkene plus molecular hydrogen added across this carbon-carbon double bond, and we have to take some suitable reagent. In this case, you may take either nickel, you may take either palladium, or you may take either platinum. This nickel or palladium or platinum acts as a catalyst to promote the addition of this CH2 across the carbon-carbon double bond. Now what happens? We know that this is the addition type of reaction. So what happens when this ethene reacts with the molecular hydrogen in presence of suitable catalyst? This carbon-carbon double bond get converted into carbon single bond carbon, and you will get the C single bond C. Already what is present? This is CH2, this is a CH2, so we can write here CH2, this is also CH2. Then this molecular hydrogen can be added across the carbon-carbon double bond, so you will get like this single bond H and single bond H. So what happens when this H2 added to the ethylene molecule, this type of the ethane formation can be takes place, and this is a simple addition reaction shown by the alkenes called as the reduction reaction. So this is a very simple example. If we take the another example, CH3 single bond CH double bond CH2, again I take here molecular hydrogen, that is H2, in the presence of a suitable catalyst. For example, I take here nickel as a catalyst. What happens? Again this carbon-carbon double bond get converted into carbon single bond carbon by the addition of H2. So what you will get? You will get the molecule like this, CH3 single bond CH single bond CH2. This is a first hydrogen and this is a second hydrogen. So what happens? Again hydrogen get added across the carbon double bond carbon. So we can say that this is the addition reaction, and specifically we can say it as a reduction reaction. Okay, so this is a first simple addition reaction given by these alkenes called as the addition of H2. Now second reaction we have to take for this addition. Now the second reaction shown by these alkenes, second type of reaction we have to study here, addition of halogens. This is the addition of halogens. Addition of halogens. This is a second important reaction given by these alkenes. Now we know very well what is by halogens. So halogens are nothing but the commonly obtained in a gaseous form. These halogens when they interact with a particular alkenes, so what happens? They use the addition type of reaction. Suppose if I take here again simple example of alkene, CH2 double bond CH2 plus suppose bromine is added in the presence of CCl4. If I take here ethene plus bromine in the presence of CCl4, what happens? Again, this carbon double bond carbon breaks into carbon single bond carbon. You will get CH2 single bond CH2 single bond bromine single bond bromine. So what you will get? This ethene interacts with the bromine in the presence of carbon tetrachloride to form 1,2-dibromoethane. You will get the 1,2-dibromoethane. This is the name of this compound. 1,2-dibromoethane. This compound formation can be takes place, and this is in general called as the vicinal halides. These are called as the vicinal halides. These are vicinal halides. So we can say that when halogen gas is added across the carbon-carbon double bond of alkenes, they forms a vicinal halides. So this is the first simple example for this addition reaction. Now if I take the another example, for example, if I take here CH3 single bond CH, double bond CH, single bond CH3. Now, if I take the another type of halogen Cl2 in the presence of catalyst, in the presence of solvent as a CCl4, what happens? Again, this Cl2 added across this carbon-carbon double bond, you will get the alkanes. So you will get the CH3 single bond CH, single bond CH, single bond CH3, and two chlorines get added at the carbon number second and carbon number third. So this compound is called as the 2,3 dichlorobutane. So this is the main product obtained by this particular addition reaction of this halogen. Now one important test is there, that is called as the organic qualitative test. So what happens if we consider this bromine? If we consider this bromine, the color of this bromine is a red brown. The color of this bromine is a red brown color. Now what happens when this bromine interacts with a particular alkene? When this bromine interacts a particular alkene, what happens? Carbon double bond carbon get converted into carbon single bond carbon to form the vicinal halides. Now what happens after the formation of vicinal halides by the addition of this bromine? What happens? The original color of this bromine, get disappear. The original color of this bromine get disappear. So what happens? This is nothing but the one confirmatory test. This is one confirmatory test that is called as the Brown test for the confirmation of what? For the confirmation of carbon double bond carbon. So what we can say that if the red brown color of this bromine solution get disappear after the addition of it or after the interaction of it with a particular alkene, so we can say that definitely there is a presence of carbon double bond carbon. Then and then only this red brown color of this bromine get disappear. So this is one of the confirmatory tests for this carbon double bond carbon. Okay, so this is a second type of addition reactions given by the alkenes called as the addition of halogens for the formation of vicinal halides. This is a second important reaction of these alkenes. Now third reaction we have to consider here. Reaction number third, addition of HX. This is a addition of HX. This is a third type of reaction, that is addition reactions shown by the particular alkenes. So for this purpose, again we have to study some simple examples. Now before looking towards the examples of this addition of HX, first of all you must know what is by this HX. So H stands for your hydrogen, X stands for halogen. If I take X as a chlorine, bromine or iodine, then what happens? This HX type of the compound can be formed, and this HX is nothing but the hydrogen halide. This is combination of hydrogen and halogen. So this is called as a hydrogen halide. You may call it as a halogen acids. You may call it as a halogen acids. So we have to study now what type of interaction can takes place whenever this alkene interacts with the halogen acids or with this hydrogen halide. Suppose again, if I take the same simple example of ethene, if this ethene interacts with the one of the simple halogen acids, suppose I take here HCl. Suppose I take here HCl. Now we have to study what type of reaction can be takes place when we consider ethene and one molecule of the particular halogen acids. Now what happens? We know that this is nothing but the again type of addition reactions. So 100% this carbon double bond carbon get break and you will get the carbon single bond carbon. Second case is that if we look toward the halogen acids, this is a HCl for example. In HCl, there is a difference in a polarity can be takes place, or there is a difference in a polarity. So we can say that this type of the molecule show the polarity, or it shows some type of the dipole moment. So we may write here partial positive charge on a hydrogen and partial negative charge on a chlorine. So this type of the polarity can be takes place. So after interaction of these halogen acids occur to this alkene, what happens? You will get the such a type of compound CH2 single bond CH2. First hydrogen added to the first olefinic carbon, and second this chlorine is added to the second olefinic carbon. So what you will get? You will get the CH3 single bond CH2 single bond Cl. And what is the name of this compound in general? This compound is called as the alkyl halides. This compound is called as the alkyl halides. So we can say that whenever alkene interacts with the halogen acids, the alkyl halide compound formation can be takes place. So this is a important reaction given by these alkenes called as the formation of alkyl halides. So this is a simple example of this particular alkyl halide formation. Now suppose I take here this type of example CH3 single bond CH double bond CH2 plus HCl. I take here CH3 single bond CH double bond CH2 plus HCl. Now what type of compound formation can be takes place? Before that, if we compare the relative structure of the first reactant and second reactant, what you will get? What idea you will get? So first of all, we can say that the first alkene is called as the symmetrical alkene. This first alkene is called as a symmetrical alkene. On the other hand, if we look toward the second reactant, a second alkene, this second alkene is called as the unsymmetrical alkene. Now what is by symmetrical? What is by unsymmetrical? In a symmetrical alkene, the similar type of atoms or groups are attached to the each and every olefinic carbon. Symmetrical type of atoms or groups are added or attached to the each olefinic carbon. On the other hand, if different type of atoms or groups are attached to the each olefinic carbon, then that olefinic carbon is called as the unsymmetrical alkene. Okay, this is unsymmetrical alkene, this is a symmetrical alkene. Once we identify whether or alkene is a symmetrical or unsymmetrical, you will get an idea how many products are obtained for a particular reaction. Now, in a first reaction or in a first case, this is a symmetrical alkene. That's why you will get the only one type of the compound by this reaction. You will get the only one type of the compound or only one type of the product can be formed by the particular reaction. But suppose if this is a second reactant molecule we consider here, in this case what happens? This is unsymmetrical alkene. So what happens in this case? There is a possibility of the two different type of the product formation is there. What are the two different products? We may write here the two different product like this. Two different product is there. So first product is obtained as CH3 single bond CH2 single bond CH2 single bond Cl. The first product obtained is a CH3 single bond CH2 single bond CH2 single bond Cl. How it is obtained? Again this HCl get break. Partial positive charge is there on a hydrogen, partial negative charge is there on a chlorine. So this can be added across the carbon-carbon double bond. First hydrogen is added to the second number carbon and this chlorine is added to the third number carbon. You will get the product as a propyl chloride. You get the product as a propyl chloride. This is one of the possible product by this reaction. Now second, in the second case what happens? You may get the another type of product formation in which what you will get? You will get the CH3 single bond CH single bond CH3, single bond Cl. So this type of product may obtain by the particular reaction. Now what is the name of this compound or this product? It is a 2-chloropropane. This is a 2-chloropropane and this is called as a propyl chloride. Now what is the difference between these two products? The difference is in the position of the chlorine atom. The chlorine may attach to the carbon number first in a product, or it may get attached to the carbon number second in a product. So these two different type of the product formation can be takes place, and we know that if two different type of the product is there, 100% among these two, one must be major, one must be minor. Now it is a question that how to decide which is a major product, which is a minor product. So for this purpose, one important rule is there for deciding the major and a minor nature of a product, and that rule is called as the anti-Markovnikov's. This rule is called as the Markovnikov's rule. This rule is called as the Markovnikov's rule. This rule is called as the Markovnikov's rule. Now, what is the importance of this Markovnikov's rule, or how this rule is helpful for deciding the major and minor nature of a product? So what happens according to this Markovnikov's rule, when or in an addition reaction, the negative part, in an addition reaction, the negative part of the addendum, this is called as the addendum. This addendum is there. The negative part of the addendum, or we may say it as a unsymmetrical reagent is there. So in an addition reaction, the negative part of the addendum get added. The negative part of the addendum get added to that olefinic carbon, which must have least number of hydrogen atoms. Okay, so this is a simple statement for this Markovnikov's rule. Means in an addition reaction, the negative part of the addendum get added to that olefinic carbon which must have least number of hydrogen atoms. So according to this rule, if we look towards the product, what happens in the first product, this negative part means this chlorine get added to which carbon? To added to that carbon, olefinic carbon, which have the more number of hydrogen atoms. While in the second case, this chlorine get added to that olefinic carbon which has the least number of hydrogen atoms. So we can say that according to Markovnikov's rule, among these two different products, the second product is called as the major. The second product is called as the major, while first product is called as the minor. So this type of the selectivity is there in terms of the product formation, and when it is obtained, this is obtained only when your alkene is a unsymmetrical alkene. So keep in your mind, whenever such a type of unsymmetrical alkene is there, and if you want to add such a type of addendum, or such a type of the hydrogen halide, then you have to keep in your mind the statement of this Markovnikov's rule. And what is that statement? In an addition reaction, the negative part of the addendum get added to that olefinic carbon which must have the least number of hydrogen atoms, and that is called as the major product. So second product is a major, first product is called as the minor. While in the case of this symmetrical alkene, only one type of the product formation can be takes place. So this is the third important reactions called as addition reactions given by the particular alkenes. So in the today's lecture, we start a new point from the alkene chapter, that is called as the reactions of alkenes. This point may be called as the chemical properties of the alkenes, and in this two different type of the reactions can be shown by the alkenes. One is called as addition reaction, second is called as cleavage reaction. Now we already discussed what is by addition, what is by cleavage reactions. After that, we start the first type of reaction called as addition reactions, in which we completed the three different reactions. The reaction number first is addition of H2 across the carbon-carbon double bond in alkenes. Then that reaction is called as the reduction reaction. Second reaction is called as the addition of halogens across the carbon-carbon double bond to form the vicinal halides. And the third reaction which we just completed is called as the addition of HX, that is called as the addition of hydrogen halide across the carbon-carbon double bond to form the alkyl halides. And within this third reaction, we studied one important rule. That rule is called as the Markovnikov's rule, and that rule is important while deciding the major and minor nature of the product under this type of the unsymmetrical alkene. So remaining addition type of reaction and remaining cleavage type of reactions we'll see in a upcoming video lecture. So with this, I stop here. Thank you.